Good morning. Welcome to my channel, JB's Crochet. I'm Amber. It feels different behind me for some reason. Not much. I just moved a little. I got myself a corkboard to put my stitch markers on instead of putting them in a box because I couldn't see them all. And I was like, I want to hang them up and see them all. So, anyway, still haven't done that yet. I'll get there. Good morning, BB and Lisa and Tank. Lynn and Anna, I'm sure you're there. Hello, hello. So I started a chain ball, y'all. This thing is huge. It's huge already. Like, my scraps are gonna make this ball very large. So it may become multiple balls. So I was digging through some of my scraps. I was pulling some pieces out. Like, I got some really short pieces that, I don't know. I'm gonna add this short piece. I know it's Tunisian Thursday. We're gonna get to that too. Good morning, BB and Jenny. Good morning. Valerie, good morning. Good morning to you all. So for my project today, I was gonna start working on brain work here. A jelly roll blanket in Tunisian, and Nina Knott's Crochet is where I got the inspiration for that. She has been talking about a jelly roll pattern forever, but she was wanting to do it in Tunisian instead of knitting. Why do I chain it up? It is a project that Rebecca and I found. Rebecca Yarn Basket Toys is her channel name. She found this project where you take your scraps and you chain them up, and then you take the chain and you turn it into, so basically this becomes yarn. This is like a yarn ball. So it's really chunky yarn, essentially. So you would use a really big hook and they took it and made a pillow, but I'm not going to make a pillow. I'm going to make maybe a really big blanket. I don't know. Something like that. Just had to walk to the mailbox to get a package. Oh, goodness. Got some exercise, though. Look at it that way. And for some reason, these are tangled up to the point I can't pull them apart. Well, I can, but it'll just take me a minute. I was pulling out all my scraps that are decent lengths. I threw this in my scrap bin because I was like, it's so little. What am I going to do with it? And I keep forgetting about the chain ball. So I'm pulling these back out of my little trash. It's my trash scraps for Amy stuffing. So I'm going to pull it out and turn it into my chain ball instead. Duh. Good morning, everybody. I just can't seem to untangle this right here for some reason. It's not wanting to come apart. It's like, no, we want to stay I'll let you stay together. You guys can get chained up together. You just need to come apart first, okay? Talking to my yarn. Oh no. Well, I mean, a little bit of exercise, right? Good morning, Margaret. Stay back. Good morning, Melissa G. See, the cat is poking her head in. She's like, but I want to come say hi. Silly cat. Not right now. It's funny, when I want you around, you're avoid, don't want me to touch you and hold you and cuddle with you. There we go. Up late and Yeah, so I thought, I mean, I could add to this, which I mean, I might do this gold piece real quick, and then I'll put this down and do Tunisian today. But I got another gold piece here to put on, but I'm going to put it on after a different color. And then I have this big piece that I'm going to frog and put this on at some point. So, yep. I was asked what I plan on doing with it, and I was like, right now I'm just going to keep adding to it and see what happens. Just, you know, maybe a blanket eventually. I don't know. I'm sure the people in the doctor's office yesterday were like, what is she doing? Because I was literally just doing this the whole time, just looking down. Didn't have my phone out just for 45 minutes to an hour, y'all. I was waiting on my doctor. He got really far behind yesterday. And so I was just doing this the whole time. Like just head down, chaining up yarn. Doing absolutely nothing else but this. This yarn does not want to stay on my hook. Doesn't like this hook. Stop it. Gee, Merry Christmas. I went from red heart to big twist. It likes red heart, apparently. The hook does. Hello, Sharon. Need coffee. I got coffee made this morning. Okay. Should I go this color or purple? What should I go with next? This color? Or even have this one? I have a little scrap of white I can throw in there. It's just a little section of little gold here. And then I'll get to Tunisian here. You've gotten strange looks too. It's like, what are you doing? Just chaining up yarn. Making chunky yarn is what we're doing. Good morning, Debbie. I love having you guys here. Thank you for being here every morning at the butt crack it on with the sun not even up yet. Like, there's no sun for me yet. Which one should I do? The variegated or the red heart or the big twist? I think this is big twist, this purple. And then I think this is too. I'm not sure what this one is. It might be. But see, I was looking down the whole time, Rebecca. So I don't know what they were doing. I'm sure they were thinking that, though. I do have this, too. This is left over from, like, a Bernat pop, I think. It's another whitish color with little specks of black in it here. Just because it got, like... It's meant to be like an ombre, but somehow it just... Little strands of it got... Little sections of it got dye on it. The variegated. Okay, I will do the red heart variegated. Singing, I'm singing, I'm singing. You're my dad, and I love you, I love you, I love you. I don't know this song. How Elf? I like Elf, but I don't know the song. I just know I'm singing. Sing loud and clear for all to hear, I think. Something like that. Yeah, I mean, this is just going to be literally a scrap ball, so there's no rhyme or reason to what comes next. It doesn't have to match. Oh, this is acrylic. I keep finding more pieces in my scrap thing over here. But most of it's cotton in here. The bigger. Well, see, there's more acrylic right there. What in the world? I had a lot of acrylic hidden in there. A lot of it's too short to add, so I'm not going to add it. I cut it up short so it wouldn't, you know, so I would not be tempted to use it again. Because I was like, I want to be done with it. Like, I don't know if this is all long enough. Is that, you know, should I add that? I feel like that's too short. I mean, I could add it. It's got a couple chains there. But most of this is like really short stuff. I think this is all from that dragon. Those long tails I did. I mean, I could add that in there, but I just feel like it's just really short. And most of it's just really, really short stuff. Or cotton. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I don't know that I want to add this. It's just, I don't know. It feels really silly short. You used white or cream between every 5 to 6 colors. Well, I have at least one here, and one here, and they're all different amounts too. You've done short ones too, like this short though. I mean, it's like really short. Really, really short. That's funny. I mean, I have a bunch more of that size I could pull out. I'm going to do this one. This one's quite a while, so this one will take me a hot minute, and it's already connected, so I'll get it started, and then we will move to Tunisian. So I'm going to start a jelly roll blanket today. So I need to write that down in my list of things that I'm starting. And basically what a jelly roll blanket is it's just strips of fabric, whether it be yarn or quilted or sewn or whatever. You just do strips of fabric and you attach them to each other and it's just supposed to be a scrappy thing. And so it is what I came up with to do for my minis that I've been collecting. Not my Advent minis. I don't know what I'm going to do with those. Yeah, you know what, Margaret? I think I will add it because this is that vamp color. And then, like, if I ever come across this color in the blanket that I make, I could be like, oh, hey, that's the color I used to make the dragon. There's memories in this scrap blanket, you know? Now, I couldn't tell you what I made this with. But the story behind this is it's yarn that my daughter had that I took back from her and I used to do something with. I don't know what. But then I rolled it up into a little ball. Like some of these I couldn't tell you, but some of them I could tell you a little bit about. So this is what this is looking like. These color changes are short. And then there's going to be a long, this is the color block one where it has these sections of short variegated color changes. And then you've got really long color changes in between. Okay, so I need to find a box or something to put all these in so I can add these to the ball later. I was pulling all my scraps out of here. This is my little scrap bin. There's nothing on there. This is just a tracking number. So there's like, this is where I throw these are the ones I need to pull out and see which ones are long enough for it. The little black pieces in the vamp. But that's pretty much it. That's all I have in here. Most of the pieces are too short. And that's a really long one. It just keeps coming. It's a brown color. See, I keep finding pieces. Maybe I need to go through here and pull them out. But like most of the pieces are like really short. Like really, really short. Like this. I don't know that I'm going to add. I mean, what do you think? Because I have to tie these on in order to add them. So that's the thing, Frizzy. I am tying. Well, and good morning, Frizzy. Monique said last night, not only do we count how much yarn we use, but how much we purchase also. Yeah, I know. So I am tying them together and doing my little magic knot and then just cutting the tails off. So like these short pieces, I don't think these would be worth it because I tie and my tails are almost like that long. Like I might be able to get 5 chains out of that. I mean, I can get some chains out of it. So I think there's a way to do it, but that's how I'm doing it. You're working yours in. Maybe I need to look and see how to work them in. Because I'm tying them on, and then I'm tying them with my magic sliding knot thingy, and then cutting the tails off. Maybe I should start a new year and buy Marty's inventory tracking sheet. Although I'm going to see how long I can go without buying. I can't even get the words out because I don't want to say it. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know what to do with these sizes. You know, this to me is just, it's a little too short. Your 2 new pattern books came yesterday. So now you have all the books that Frizzy has. I've got the one in the Kindle Unlimited free. The other one wasn't free in the Kindle Unlimited, so it's in my Amazon wish list for now. But I have the one in my Kindle app that I can access if I want to. I haven't even looked at it yet, but I will. I need to put the Kindle app on my not my iPad, my tablet, so that I can see it bigger, flip through it a little closer to size as the book. Yay! It is Thursday. And we had a quilt my great grandmother had made. The center was little blocks of fabrics that were scraps from dresses my sister and I had. That is so neat, Margaret. You have some of the neatest stories. That's why I like coming to your live on the weekends and just listening to some of your stories from your past. You tell them well. You're a very good storyteller. I enjoy it. Okay, I need to stop chaining. Like it's almost meditative. You literally just keep going. So I'm gonna pull up a big tail, a big loop. I mean, and so this now I can just take the little bit that I've created here and wrap it on my ball here, which isn't very far. That's it. That's all she wrote. Before I get to the chaining part here. Okay, I need to find something to put this in. I've got so many containers and yet nothing to put it in. You know what? I'll take it out of this one. Actually, you know what? I could just stick it back in here. I'll just stick it back in here because it's still small enough to fit in here. So this is the little pouch that I took yesterday. It's not very big. So all the other pieces, I don't know. Good morning. Just going to put them all in here just like this. And then, like, I'm going to have to go through and decide whether or not I want to add these to it. I can get a couple chains out of it. If I figure out how to work the tails in without this coming out, that's my issue, is I have to tie knots. Otherwise, I'm not going to trust that this won't fall out of the chain. So it all fits in this pouch. All these pouches are pretty nice little pouches. But unfortunately, the business that had these is now out of business. They are no longer. Good morning, knickknacks. Now, when I was a whippersnapper, I forgot my hook in the bag, in the thingy. I know, right? I don't plan on living forever, but you know, God has that plan, not me. God has that in his hands, not me. Sitting on my mom's big quilt frame and passing the needle up and down. That's so cool, Rebecca. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I've already got this caked up. So I'm going to use this first and create my first, whatchamacallit, my first strip. And then I will start attaching from these bags that I have up here. So there's 5 bags up here, and I have divided the minis up in a way, like kind of color families, sort of. So like just they kind of flow kind of together. These were like, I don't know, just variegated ones. Like this one, these in this bag didn't really have a concentrated color for me to put them into one bag or the other. So they went in a Mod Podge bag. These are like the blues and teals, maybe green I might put in here. Yeah, it looks like green might be added to this one too. So like my blues and greens in here. And then I've got like my purples and grays, you know, in here. And then I've got like my autumn colors, like the pinks and oranges, and then I've got my browns and oranges and yellows and things. So what I plan on doing is, there's 5 bags here. So what I plan on doing is I'm going to label them 1 through 5. And I'm going to, once I get done working this up, I'm going to randomly pull a number or roll a number on my phone app or something, whatever. I'm going to roll 1 through 5, get a number, and I'm going to try and close my eyes and pick a mini from that bag. And that's the next mini I put on. And what I'll do is I'll probably pick like 5 or 6 at a time and then write them down, what the order was that I pulled them in, rolled them for or whatever. And then, you know, add them on to the jelly roll as I go. And then, you know, I'll just attach strips as I don't know how big I'm going to go yet. I mean, I'm going to keep an eye on how big this gets, because I mean, I don't want it to be too huge, because I honestly don't have enough minis to make this thing giant. But I can always add to it. It could be a long-term project. So get my notebook out first, write this down. Next thing I need to figure out is what size hook to use, because these minis, they're going to alter a little bit between fingering and DK, or fingerling, or I think most of them are the one size. What are they? Well, that one doesn't have a tag on it. So I tried to get DK from the yarn subscription that I did. So they're going to range from 1 to 2 weights. So these Emma's yarns. They're just called Practically Perfect Smalls. What size are they though? I don't know. They're between 1 and 2. So I need to figure out what size Tunisian hook I'm going to use. Because it's gonna, like I said, they're ranging between 1 and 2 size, 1 and 2 weights. Because like this right here is a thick. That's like almost a 3 weight dither. So it's gonna range between 1 and 3. But I'm not gonna sit here and try and figure out which size which is. So like if you look closely in here, you can see like this pink thread is thinner than the ones next to it. So it's gonna, the size of the yarn is gonna move around. So I don't know what the size hook is with a DK. I'm trying to think What do you use with a DK? I need a ball band for a DK. I gotta find one. Here it is. So a DK uses or recommends is that a 5mm? A 5mm. Okay, so if it recommends a 5mm for a DK, that's probably what I should start with because I'm gonna have 1 to 3 weights or 2 to 3 weights, you know. Hand quilting is dedication, yes. Oh my goodness. 100-year-old quilts. Wow. That's got to be amazing to have. I would love that. So I think I need to do a 5mm Tunisian crochet hook. I know they say to go a size or 2 bigger, but I feel like if I go up to a 6, that's going to be way too big for my yarn. So I'm thinking I should start with a 5. Good morning, Monique. Yeah. Okay, let's see. What do I got in here? Monique is here. Maybe I do a 5.5. I don't know. Looking on the way to work. 5.5 or a 5? I don't know, guys. I don't know. I feel like I should do a 5. I feel like I should go with my 5. Where's my Tunisian person when I need him? Although, I don't blame him if he's sleeping or dealing with his pain. Hello, Jay. I'm trying to decide what size hook to use with my minis. Miss Nina Knott's Crochet, is it Linan? She put a straw topper on hers. So I was like, I have these little bees. I wonder if that would work. Because I don't need much more than that. I mean, I could use a regular crochet hook, but she said she did 35 stitches across, which is what I'm going to go with. I'm copying her. So should I 5mm is what I said DK is. So the next thing to decide is what stitch do I want to use. Do I want to go simple stitch or full stitch or knit stitch or any of those are really, I think I've heard those are curling stitches. There's a stitch out there. It's done in Tunisian that's like a half double, and it supposedly doesn't curl as bad. It doesn't curl. Well, it's going to be a blanket. And I'm using minis. And so, like I said, some minis are going to be DK, some are going to be like the next step down, like a fingerling. So my yarn is going to ebb and flow in size. So I want to just do a average hook size between those, you know what I mean? And so, yeah. I don't know. You still haven't found your boyfriend yet, BB? I love how you call him your boyfriend. Your hook. You love it? That's awesome. You know, not everybody finds doing crochet as a business fun, you know? Well, I shouldn't say that. I don't know. But a lot of times you hear people say when they turn their hobby into a business, they end up getting fried and burnt out and not liking it. So I'm happy to hear that you are enjoying it. And that's good. And I hope you continue to enjoy it. You're making money for what makes you happy. So I just don't know what I want to do. I feel like if I do that half double crochet one, it'll make it, I don't know, treat it like a roving yarn. That's pretty much what I'm, trying to go with. And so like what average hook size should I use kind of thing. So like my DKs might be a little tighter, and that's okay, I guess. I don't know. I think it'll be a fun thing to work regardless. I mean, most of the yarn that I get, I try to get DK, but I think some of them might be fingerling. So like, I don't know. I can tell you right now, this is not DK. This is the next one down, the fingerling. Fingering. I keep hearing people say it different ways, so that's why I keep alternating between the two, Tank. Nice. That's awesome. I love that. That you're able to sell and do what you want when you want kind of thing. Okay, yeah, I need to figure out if I want to do this. Oh, I put the, no, I didn't. It's right here. I wonder if the half double is in here. So I don't have to look up a video, because I know I saw it on a video. I don't see it on here. It's not listed as half double. There is no half double listed in here, at least under H. I don't think it would be a basic one, but it could be. Fingerling, they don't like the word fingering. Maybe that's why I heard fingerling, because they don't like, yeah, okay. So that's why. I'm going to go with that reason. I'm going to go with Mama G Gear's reason. Fingerling. And she always changes words, and I like how she does that. So we're going to go with that. Yeah, I don't want to do the full stitch. That's not the one I'm looking for. I just got to find a simple stitch, y'all. That's it. And there's a half double one. I just can't remember how she did it so in the video. So I'm trying to see if I can find a written one in here. I mean, I kind of know how to do it, but I want to make sure I do the right number of stitches at the beginning. I may be inspired. I may be enabling you, you mean? I love Tunisian. It's fun. It kind of feels like knitting, but not knitting, All right, so I'm going to try and find it on here. So Tunisian stitch that doesn't curl. Turn it down. Let's see if I can't turn the CC on, if that'll work. Oh, it was already turned on. I just need to know how many. Fingerling yarn, we'll call it that. 19 to begin. Okay. Oh my gosh, she's counting like all the way to 19. So she's gonna have 19. Yes, yes, yes. I know the back bumps on the back. She's very beginner friendly, this person. I can crochet that, y'all. Check her out. She does crochet, Tunisian. I don't know if she does anything else. Yarn over before we bring up a loop in the back bump. Okay, so I want to do 35 stitches. That means I'm going to have 70 stitches on my hook. I might need a bigger, I might have to put a cable on this. Because with the half double, the Tunisian half double crochet, you yarn over, you put a loop on your hook before you insert. And so you like triple your loops on your hook. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This yarn is so small. It's so little. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I am basically using yarn that I already started a project with, that I was gonna start making a big granny square blanket in the rectangle, granny stitch blanket in the rectangle. But I decided I'm going to go a different route with my minis. So I am going to be frogging this as I crochet it from the other end with this project. Where did I stop? Ooh, see, I got to count again. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 19. Good morning, 30, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 5, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, and 35. So one observation I've made with this yarn, and I don't know if I think it might just be because this is wool, I'm not sure. But like as I'm working it, I want to see if I can get it to show you what I'm seeing. It stretches and then it plumps as you're working it. So like you work it and it like gets thin, but then as you move on to the next stitch, it plumps itself back up. That is one thing I've noticed about these minis with the yarn. So I've got 35 on my hook. Now I'm going to start my half double crochet. So I yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, yarn over, go in, pull up a loop. So I go from 35 because I'm adding a loop to my hook. So I'm doubling my loops. But when you go to do your return pass, you go through 3 instead of 2 like you're used to doing. So you have to pay attention and go through 3. But I think I'm going to like this half double crochet better than doing like a straight simple stitch or something else. Oh, I gotta make sure I'm yarning over before I go in, which I don't know that I'm doing. So I'm so used to pulling up the loop without yarning over. Yarn over, pull up a loop. Yarn over, go in, pull up a loop. Do you guys want to see me do this? Do you want me to set up my other camera? It only takes me a few seconds. You guys know that I don't mind. Hold on. Yarn over, go in. Let me get this first row done first, and then I can. If you want me to. If you want to see what I'm doing and learn this half double crochet with me. Yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, yarn over. I gotta keep telling myself yarn over, because I don't, like, I see me doing it, but like I instantly forget that I've yarned over, and so I have to look and make sure I've done it. So I am going to go back and count and make sure I have 70 stitches or loops on my hook here. I don't know why, but I'm just not confident in that I've done it right, you know? Yes, please, Sharon says. Well, you know, Sharon, you asked so amazingly nice that I will do it just for you. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, yarn over, loop. What? Oh yeah, she's hanging out with me. But now she knows you're down here, so she'll probably leave me.
She saw me go upstairs.
I know, but she's been with me pretty much since I started.
Yeah, because she did.
Because she loves me.
Look at me that. What?
Yeah. She loves me, and she would actually, you know, even if it wasn't me, she'd still move out of the way. Oh my goodness, what are we coming downstairs for? Oof. Yarn over, go in, pull up a loop, yarn over. Oh, come on. Pull up a loop. Yarn over, go in, pull up a loop. Yarn over, go in, pull up a loop. Last one. Ugh, there we go. Oop, did I yarn over? Okay. All right, so I should have 70 loops on here, y'all. I might actually need to do but it only gets that big. It just has a lot of extra loops on it. I'm debating whether or not I want to put a cord on here or not. So far, so good. Oh my goodness, this is going to be tough to count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, oh my gosh, 38. My fingers would work with me, it'd be easier. 40, 42, 44, 46. Oh, there she comes. 48, 50, 52, 54, 56, 58, 60, and my eyeballs, 62, 64, 66, 68, 69. I missed a yarn over somewhere. Ew, no. Hold on. I think I missed it right at the end. Nope, it's there. I missed a yarn over somewhere. Fudgesicles. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's yarn overs. That already just didn't count right, one of the two. So far I have yarn overs. Where did I miss it? Like, watch, it's going to be the very flippin' beginning. Yarn over, yarn over. Yarn over, yarn over. This is like one of those times I might as well just start this whole thing over again and just show you guys. I think that's what I'm going to do. And I don't know why I'm having such a hard time with light. Like, all my light should be up high. It just seems low for some reason. Ugh. That would be fun, yeah. My youngest does want to learn, so I just don't know when I want to take the time to do it right now. I want him to get to reading first before we add too much more on his plate with learning. Oh, I don't want that. I want camo. All right. Oh, I need to orientate it. I always forget to do this. Okay. Stop shaking. Add extra camera. Okay. As much as I hate to do this, I'm going to try to pull it back out. It's frustrating how easy that'll come out sometimes with Tunisian. Or maybe I don't have enough chains. Well, I didn't yarn over before the first one. Maybe I need to do 36 then. No, she did 19. All right, let me put this in a better spot because. All right. So I am just yarning over and pulling up a loop with the back bump. So I need a yarn over, I go in, pull up a loop, a yarn over, go in, pull up a loop. It's going to be a little difficult to, I think, see because of how I'm like, it's hard to do this and keep my, but you can kind of see what I'm doing now. The string's so small. Let me see if I can go in a little bit further, see if that helps. I feel like when I'm on this camera, I get, I don't know, like more like in the zone. See, like my fingers are covering everything up. It's so hard. I know. I have such respect for the people that do tutorials. Because, like, trying to keep my fingers out of the way for you guys to see what I'm doing is a bit of a pain. I mean, and I'm not really doing a tutorial on this either. You're just basically seeing what I'm working on. Maybe I do this. Is it too small for you? Or do you guys, like, let me know if this is too small. Like, if you really want to see it bigger, I can make it bigger. Or do you know, because I'm basically just hanging out and you're watching what I'm doing. Maybe I could do like this. Because like I said, it's not a tutorial. It's just, you know, a normal Thursday morning like I do, where you're hanging out with me, but you're seeing what I'm doing. My daughter is finally putting dishes away this morning because she has none to use for breakfast. So I have a yarn over here, yarn over, yarn over, yarn over. I'm just making sure as I go so I don't have to. Maybe I'm only going to have 69 and not 70 because I don't yarn over before the first stitch. I need to see if she yarns over before she does the end stitch. I'm using my phone. I can't. Hold on a second. Let me go over here. History. Okay, I just want to see the end stitch. Does she do the yarn over? Let me mute it. and go back. All right, let's see. She's coming up on the end. Yep, she yarns over before the last one. Okay. It's good like this. Okay. Yeah, because like I said, I'm just showing you my hands. So you guys can just, if you want to see what my hands are doing, there you go. I just have to hold them in a certain spot so you can see them. If I were to sit them where I normally do, it'd be like this. So I have it over my desk, which is fine. I'm resting my arms on the desk. I gotta turn my little bee. His little wings keep hitting the desk. These are needle stoppers or needle protectors or whatever you want to call them. They go on the ends of the needles, knitting needles. So now I have him better. Yeah, if you guys see me not yarn over before I insert my hook, scream at me. Come back, yarn over. Because with what I'm used to doing with Tunisian, I don't necessarily yarn over before I pull up my loop on this first initial. See, I'm doing it. Like as I'm talking about it, I started to insert my hook before I yarned over. So I'm yarning over, then I'm inserting my hook to pull up a loop. Whereas normally I'm used to just going straight in and pulling up a loop. So yeah, I mean, this is the difference between Tunisian and crochet is you just have all these loops on your hook, like knitting. Isn't that pretty? All those colors in there. I love this one. Like, look at all the colors in here. This is a variegated one. It's got like aqua and just grays and purples and all kinds of speckles in it. I got 2 more to do. Come on, yarn, cooperate with me. All right, there's 1. And last one. All right, so then what we do is I do my chain 1. And then we do our yarn over, pull through 3. I think I'm doing this right. I hope I'm doing this right. Hold on, I need to go watch. Yes, I know you count. Like she goes through and counts to make sure she has the right number of stitches on here. Okay, just show me. Chain 1, right? And then you yarn over and pull through 3. Yarn over, pull through 1, 2, 3. Yep, okay, I'm doing it right. See, I'm not confident in myself. All right, yarn over, pull through 3. Can you guys see what I'm doing at all? I feel like I'm like, you can't see. 3. So I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here. So yarn over and I'm pulling through 3 loops. So the one on the hook and then 2 more after that. So you yarn over. So like that's the loop that's on the hook, but this is all those loops that you pulled up. You yarn over and you pull through that one and then 2 more. So it's a total of 3 stitches. And the nice thing about having hooks like this with that pointed mouth like that is you can use it to basically, when you're pulling through, so it goes down and then you pull it through, and then I kind of start turning it up where I need it to, and it pops out past it, and then you got your 3. I gotta fix my yarn real quick. It's getting all twisted here. Getting all twisty. Very seeable. I love that. Once I get this first row done, it should go a little better, but that's what it's looking like so far. And I do want to make my strips wide enough that, I'm not getting really long sections of these. Like these minis are big. I think they're 20 gram minis. I'm not sure. I can't remember. It doesn't say. I don't know. I can't figure it out. It's probably around 20 grams. I know the ones that I got in my Advent, those are 10 gram ones, so those would be a lot smaller. I just feel like it's dark. Everything looks dark on the camera for me. I need to figure out some better lighting for you guys so it lights it up better. It's not as lit up as like those tutorials that you see. I wonder if I put that lamp, or if I get another one of those lamps and put it on my desk just for this. There's these little desk lamps I got my kids that none of them use anymore. So the one kid was going to donate his. I was like, snag. I'm using that on my countertop with the corner over here, because when I'm working on this one area of my cabinet countertops, I can't see what I'm doing because it's dark. I mean, I can see what I'm doing, but you know what I mean when I say I can't see what I'm doing because it's dark. It looks good on your TV. Well, I love that, baby. It's just dark on my computer screen for me. It's hard to know what it looks like on other people's stuff. Now, it says it doesn't curl, and this curling is not because of this. It's just because it's getting pushed underneath. It's just naturally sitting there. All right, coming into some dark strands right here, so I gotta pay attention. Just yarning over, pulling through 3. Do you see what I mean, though? Everything's real thin, but if I let go, it kind of plumps up. Thin, plump, thin, plump. So that's why I'm like, I don't know what size hook to use. So we're going to go with this 5, and hopefully it doesn't make it too stiff, if you know what I mean. All right, so yarn over, pull through those last 3, and that is what we have so far. It's quite a wide strip. That's okay, though. The strips that Nina's Lynann's making are like almost half of this. That's okay. Maybe this will get done faster. I don't know. All right, now I gotta remember how to do the next row. Hold on. Let me get to her next row on here. Kidoki or Doki. Which one are we going for? Not the yarn overs, right? Yes, I know those are yarn overs. I can't hear you, so I don't know what you're saying. So skip that bar and go under that one and that one. Okay. What am I making? So I'm trying to do a jelly roll blanket where I'm making strips of fabric, And as I make the strips of fabric, well, on my next strip, once I'm done with this strip, however long I make it, I'm gonna start my next strip at the bottom where I started this one, and I'm gonna basically connect to the side as I go. So I'm gonna be joining as I go, but making strips as I make it. But my strips are gonna be awfully wide. I think she did 25, not 35. She thought she did 35. All right, so I yarn over and I go through this loop here and the yarn over from the row below. Making my second pocket for my cardigan. It will be completed then, but I am putting extra ribbing on it as I have plenty left over. That's awesome, Tank. What kind of ribbing are you doing? Are you doing like the front post kind of ribbing, or what kind of ribbing are you doing? I don't know, that back bump ribbing, I think it is, where you go into the back bump, like single crochet or whatever. That takes forever for me. It's not my favorite. Not my favorite. I just want to get more of this going so it's easier to hold. It's so small right now. My dry fingers are catching on the yarn. I hope I'm making sense in describing the jelly roll. I think you guys, if you know the jelly roll in the knitting, I guess it's a popular thing with knitting. Or at least it might be, I don't know. But it, like, I don't know if it started with knitting, but it's, or not knitting, but knitting, not crochet, quilting. Quilting, I think it actually started with fabric, like quilting, and then it moved into knitting. And now there's some lady that, I can't remember her channel name. It's like 3 Bears or something like that. I can't remember what the name of it is. But they knit and they do a little bit of crocheting too. And she designed a crochet version of the jelly roll. But Linan from Nina Knott's Crochet is doing a jelly roll in Tunisian. And she's what inspired me to do this. So, oh, so you're doing the front post, back post. Okay. I think I would like that better than the single crochet in the back loop. I think that's what I put on that one sweater. Like, this is driving me crazy. I need to figure out how to, like, you see that skin that's popping off the top of my thumb here? It's like catching on the yarn, and I'm like, I need to figure out how to, like, get that to go away. I need like a nail file to file my skin down. Not my nail, but my skin. It's like hard right here. So if I pick at it, maybe it'll go away, right? Now the yarn over is becoming muscle memory. Yeah, I split the yarn. So do you think I should start over, or do you think these strips being wider would be different than what traditional jelly rolls are? This little bee on the end just cracks me up. I love seeing him like move around over here. He's like, yeah, flying next to me. A new use for the knitting needle covers. Tunisian stoppers. I need to figure out how to make some And then I can have, there's a niche for you, because I don't think those are out there. Tunisian stoppers. All right, and then I'm going to get my end stitch. So I yarn over and go into my end stitch here, which is both loops on the end. Not that you're here for a tutorial. We're going to chain one, and then we're going to go through three. Go through three. Just the same thing over and over again. You know what I didn't think about, though, is I could have designed this jelly roll that I'm doing. Since I'm doing it on my own, like making it up as I go kind of thing, I should have done like border stitches. But now I'm just going to have to do probably a crochet border or something after I'm done, if it needs one. So I'm running out of things to say. What is going on here? Oh yeah, I didn't write my Tunisian thing down. I got the notebook out to do it, and then I forgot to write it down. Oh, there were some things I wanted to add to the jar. I need to find that one pattern for the heart garland that Tank posted in the Discord. But I also had, funny enough, I had found that one when I was searching for the Yarnspirations one again. I saw that one before she had shared it again. And just like that, I've done 2 rows. That's really pretty. That's the Tunisian half double crochet. I'm trying to go slow so you can actually see it. Finally sitting with your coffee. Yay! All right, where's I thought I left one out. Oh, I did. They're right here. All right, so I need to add. Yeah, I did, and I was looking at it, and I'm like, I need something a little more simple to start with first. But yeah, I do like that idea. I'm going to put micro crochet necklace. And we could start out simple and do like a granny square, just a little granny square. It's a granny square pouch necklace. Yeah. So that's what I was thinking. If I do just a couple, I could do just a granny square just to start. And then we can, delve into some more. No, I like it. I like it. I like that idea. So it's going in the jar. It's in the jar. I'm going to make it. If nobody else makes it with me, then that's fine. I need to know what that... I need to know what that name of that one is. Let's see. I'm glad you guys liked my little zoo trip last night. I was like, I hope they don't hate me for spamming this in there. But I was like, hey, I'm going to, you know what? I was like, I'm going to take you guys on a tour. And nobody balked at it. So I was like, okay, well, we're going to keep going. All right. So the bit knits heart garland. tube. I would love to find some quick, easy, simple Tunisian projects to throw in there too. That'd be fun. Like they're all crochet, but I want like they're all regular crochet. I want some Tunisian ones too. It was neat. I was worried because of how expensive it was when I bought the tickets for us yesterday. I was like, none of us, I mean, a few of us were kind of like, do we really want to go? Because we're just like, it's just Christmas lights, right? It actually turned out really cool. And I think we had a good time last night. So, that's in my face. Okay. So we're going to go on to row 3, I think. Yeah. We had our foundation setup row, and then this is technically row 2 because you have, I think with Tunisian you always have like a setup row, maybe, but you essentially do the setup row very similar to the rest of the rows anyway. So I need some quick, simple Tunisian ones. Almost caught up on thummies. Yay! Although that's a neat sword to see, though. You just don't want it coming near you. 5 foot. Is it 5 feet or 6 feet? Don't make Marianne pick up the giant sword. Either way. This is actually kind of fun. I hate this because I keep starting new things, and then it's like, I want to keep working on this, and then the thing I started the day before gets set down. Yeah, I think this yarn tank that I'm working with right now was one of them from the, I might start that one back up. I don't know. But now I'm doing row 1 yarns, and so I need to figure out how to add those to these because they're smaller. They're 10 gram minis, and I get 10 of them each month. 10 grams, y'all. Every month. 100 grams of minis from row 1 yarns. It cost me just slightly bit more than what it cost me to get 2 of these from the UK. Good morning, Steffi. 5 foot, 2-handed sword. Yep. And 2-handed, you know, that means extra muscle behind it. So watch out. Because you don't have as much strength in one arm. I know some people have a lot of strength in one arm and they can work it up. But what I'm saying is, look, I think I need to put a cord on here because this is like really getting bunched up on here. But I like the bee. I love how this is, I want to say knitting up, but it's not knitting. So I thought about maybe pulling out my knitting machine tomorrow. But then I also said I was going to start working on my granny squares on Friday. Maybe I'll do Wednesdays. Next Wednesday, maybe I'll start that. Because Fridays I said I was going to work on my granny squares. And so I really need to I want to get that into a blanket and get it done. It is a real sword, though, isn't it? I don't remember the story behind that. Next time you go live, Marianne, you need to tell the story of how you came about acquiring that sword. I feel like you've said it before, but Save it for story time on your next live to tell us about it. I keep getting my hands out of frame. This is definitely one I have to like pay attention to. Make sure I'm going through 3 strands. So the way I'm able to go so quickly is I can visually see where I need to go, and so I quickly can go. I don't know, the right hook, it can, be worked up quick. Look at that. I've done 3 rows, y'all. Look how pretty that is. I am really liking that. I think, and I feel like it's got, if you look on the camera with me, I feel like it's got drape, like it's not stiff. It doesn't feel stiff. Like I feel like I go to push it together and it like falls. I don't know. It doesn't feel like I'm pushing against it. Good morning, Gloria. Miss Glow. Hello, how are you? You are Miss Glow, because I see it in your name. There you are. Yep. Crow, what? You'll go over if you pick it up. Yo, my Glow. And good morning, Lydia. Oh, goodness, Steffi. Goodness gracious. There's a hair right there. I am rather enjoying this stitch. I don't know if you guys are able to follow me with this or not, because again, I know you said you could see it, but like I feel like when I look at the camera, I'm like covering up most of it. Like right there, when I go to do that, like you can't see nothing. And this yarn is soft. It's squishy. I like how squishy this feels. It looks floppy. Oh, this is bugging me. It looks floppy. Looks really floppy. Yeah, I think it's got good drape to it with the 5mm. And this is one of the thicker yarns, I think. Well, maybe not the thicker yarns. Like this is the one I'm more concerned about. You can see, I think you can see the difference between those two. This one's slightly smaller than this one. This is the one that might be a little less drapey. But I haven't gotten to that one yet. I haven't even made it to frogging the piece out yet, y'all. Like I haven't even made it to this, frogging this out yet. I'm still working on the little bit that was straggling behind on it. Good morning, Shatika. Good morning. I'm good, Gloria. I hope you're doing well, and my heart and hugs go out to you with all that you had to deal with last year and all your family things. So, man, I woke up with the weirdest headache this morning. Normally I get these headaches that sit like right above my eye, but this one's like right here. It's not like, and I don't say that to get sympathy or anything from you guys. Like I'm just saying it because it's like it comes and goes. Like I can feel it, and then it comes. Yeah. I think it might be a sinus thing, maybe. I don't feel stuffy or anything yet, but we'll see. I slept weird last night, I think. I had a vivid dream. Like, I don't dream every night that I know of, that I can remember. And the dream I had, I feel like I woke up right as I was having it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I woke up as it was still going. Like, the dream kept going without me. Yes. Yes, Miss Gloria. All my friends, as you know, I may not get around to it to vividly remember to do it, but it is always there tucked away on my heart. If I have told you that you're on my heart, that you're in my prayers, you're there in my prayers in an unspoken way, if that makes sense. God knows that it's on my heart and that I pray for it, that I wish to pray for it, and that I may not remember to do it, but it is there and it is always tucked away. Yes. Well, hugs, Gloria. Hugs, hugs, hugs. Yep. I experienced loss myself last year, but it was my mother-in-law, so we weren't close. But yeah, it's a weird winter right now without her. So, but anyway, sorry, I got off camera there because I was getting comfortable and pulling it up close to me. Yeah, the zoo lights were fun last night. We were there for a good while, and yeah, I think I'm gonna put a cord on this because it just keeps. I feel like I'm not getting bigger, but like, it just feels like it's getting more squished on there. Because I'm not adding, at least I shouldn't be adding any more stitches. Because when I do my return pass, I'm returning and pulling through those 3 loops instead of 2. Oh, I need to pay attention to the time. This, I can get into this and like forget about the time. So yep, this is gonna be my project on Thursdays, is to, add on to this wherever I'm at, because I'm gonna work on it between. If I, think about it, I'll pick it up and work on it. And then, some days I, don't feel like working on it. I'll maybe pull out the stitch book and do a Tunisian stitch or something. But honestly, I would love to send you guys over to Michael at MDL Crochet and learn tutorials from him, because I am not tutorialist. I am not a tutorialist. Yes, I've done a few, but I don't know. I prefer to just hang out with you guys and, send you to the people that do love to do them and do them on a regular basis, because mine are like very sporadic if I ever have them out there. So anyway, I think I'm going to, I don't think it's getting any bigger. It's not like wying out or anything, so I think it's just, oh, hugs, Melissa, and hugs to your son. Yeah, some days are just, I can understand that, not personally relate to it, but I can understand how that can be tough on some days, tougher on some days than others. This is turning out so neat. Look at the color, how it's laying out. And the texture on this, y'all. Watch how much bounce it has. Beep. It bounces back. I love it. It literally bounces back to its shape. Watch. it's like a darn fidget toy. It's just, I mean, one more row. I might actually start frogging this in the next row. This next row that I do. So I have done 4 rows technically. So you can, if you look here, this is my setup row right here. And then I've got 1, 2, 3 rows of working rows. So I technically have 4 full rows now that I've done. So yeah, that is Tunisian, and that is my project that I plan on. This is going to take me a hot minute to get through all this. It might be a week or so before I get through this one cake with everything else. So, itch on my back here that won't satiate. Oh, and I did put, did I bring it down here? Okay, I did. I was going to show you the Busy Bee blanket that I worked on yesterday. I got a round of the watermelon put on, and then I put a round of this purple that is actually the same yarn that's in the center here, and then I'm doing another round of the watermelon. It still has quite a ways to go. It has like another 5 inches, y'all. It's going to be a very thick border. Very thick border. Oh, the itch on my back won't go away. Some days the pain feels like the first week it happened. Yep. Hugs to everybody. Hugs, hugs, hugs. I just want to keep working on this, but I need to get off of here. So I'm going to say goodbye to you guys first, and then this will be my project I take upstairs and work on today, probably. Oh yeah, I need to write it down. Things are falling off my desk. Okay, so today is the 8th. So I'm going to put the 8th. Your live is officially scheduled. Yay! All right. Tunisian half double crochet jelly roll minis blanket. And I'm using a 5mm hook. And the minis are the yarn I'm using, so I don't need to write that down. So I'm trying to write down the hook I'm using, the yarn I'm using, where this one I'm using leftover cotton. I'm just going to write that, leftover cotton. What else did I start? Did I start anything else yesterday? Frizzy isn't dizzy anymore. I don't think I started anything else. What was Wednesday? Wednesday I worked on a whip that I had, so I think that's what I worked on. I didn't start anything. I'm trying to keep track of when I start things, so if you guys remember me starting anything in the last 8 days, let me know. That is not listed here. So look, I have started 3 things. You know what? I'm going to put a star. What color star should I put? I'm going to put this color next to it when it's finished. So when I finish it, I'll put a star next to it. So that shrug is finished because my daughter's got it already. Well, I try to remember to write it down. It doesn't always happen, but I'm going to try and do this like hopefully every day. Wrap up my day with you guys, maybe writing down what I've started. So I have started and finished one thing already. But I started it. Yeah, I've already finished it. She's got it now. It's possible I am blurry. All right, I'm going to turn this camera off real quick. Pew! And I'm going to take this one off of here. And adjust in settings if you touch the screen and click the gear. It's very possible that my internet may be wonky. Yeah, and I think I stream in. Oh, I'm streaming in 720, so is what they recommend. Or I mean, I could upgrade if I upgrade it, then I could go up higher. But right now it's just 720. So, anywho, I had fun today doing Tunisian, starting my jelly roll. I've been looking forward to starting that. So now I can take a picture of it and send it in, or put it in Nina's Knots Crochet's Facebook group and show her my progress, which isn't much, but it's pretty. She's not using variegated in hers. I'm like, all of mine are mostly, some are solid, some are variegated, but I'm like, I don't care if they mix and match. So, all right, guys, I hope you have a fantastic Thursday, and I will see y'all on the YouTube streets as well as at Julianne's here in a couple hours. So I hope you have a great Thursday. I will be back here same time, same place on my channel. So don't forget, you are somebody to somebody and loved. Bye, guys.